It was a Secret Santa season in December. Marlon worked at an accounting firm in New York and was extremely excited because Christmas was approaching, her favorite festival. The entire office was glowing with fairy lights. People were decorating Christmas trees, and Secret Santa gifts were placed on every desk. On Marlon's desk, there was also a small black box, wrapped in shiny, glossy paper and tied with her favorite purple ribbon. Marlon opened the box. Inside was a small, Santa-shaped Christmas tree decoration. Normally, Marlon loved small Christmas decorations because she always hung them on her Christmas tree at home. But this one was different. The Santa decoration wasn't new. It was old, dirty, torn in several places, and covered with black stains. One of its hands was broken. The paint on its face was peeling off, and where the eyes should have been, there were only 2 white dots. Feeling creeped out, Marlon immediately threw the box into the dustbin and distracted herself by celebrating Christmas with her co-workers. She thought the story of that Secret Santa gift ended there. But when Marlon went to sleep that night, her eyes suddenly snapped open at the sound of a strange laugh. When she opened her eyes, she saw the same Santa decoration sitting right on her bed. But now it was as big as a human. Before Marlon could understand anything, the Santa grabbed her neck and started strangling her. The white dots in its eyes slowly grew larger, and worms began crawling out of them, spreading all over Marlon's body. The Santa laughed loudly and said, "Make sure you open the second gift tomorrow." Suddenly, Marlon woke up. Morning had arrived. There was nothing in the room. She thought it must have been a terrible nightmare. When Marlon reached the office that day, a second gift was waiting on her desk. She opened the box. Inside was a bracelet, braided with human hair. Brown strands, slightly curly, disturbingly real. In the center was a small metal heart, and on the back, scratched into it, were the words, "I am right here." Marlon felt nauseous and almost threw up. Her co-workers joked that someone was probably playing a prank on her. Marlon forced a fake smile and returned to work. But the shade of the brown hair and the curls kept disturbing her. She felt like she had seen that hair before, belonging to someone she knew, but she couldn't remember who. That night, Marlon felt an intense fear. She locked her door from the inside. Suddenly, she heard the same Santa-like laughter from the previous night and again felt as if someone was tightening their grip around her neck. She opened her eyes. No one was there. But she felt something rough on her wrist. The same hair bracelet was now on her hand. Terrified, she ripped it off, cut it, and threw it into the dustbin. Immediately, she heard that same laughter again, this time clearly coming from her living room. She grabbed her phone and tried calling her friends, but the phone wouldn't turn on. As soon as she switched on the lights, all the bulbs exploded and the laughter grew louder. To protect herself, Marlon grabbed a pair of scissors and rushed into the living room. In the moonlight coming through the window, she saw the same Santa figure from her dream, standing near her Christmas tree and placing black gift boxes underneath it. This time, it looked even more terrifying. It held the hair bracelet in its hand and laughed loudly as it walked toward her, saying, "Your third gift is waiting for you." Marlon fainted in fear. The next morning, she woke up to find no signs of anyone entering her house and nothing under the Christmas tree. She convinced herself it was all in her head and went to work. But inside her desk drawer, her third gift was waiting. No wrapping, no ribbon, just a Polaroid photograph. It was a photo of Marlon's bedroom. Same curtains, same nightlamp, same bedsheet. In one corner of the photo, there was a blurry shadow wearing a Santa-like hat. Marlon called office security and HR. The cameras were checked. No one had come near her desk. No one was seen placing any gifts. People blamed it on work stress. But Marlin began seeing that horrifying figure everywhere and hearing its laughter constantly, day and night. She started having panic attacks. She checked every cubicle, opened storage cabinets. Her co-workers began avoiding her. Still, the gifts didn't stop. Black boxes began appearing at her home instead of the office. On Christmas Eve night, around midnight, someone knocked on her door. Terrified, Marlin picked up a knife and opened it. Outside was a black box. Inside was a torn envelope. Written on it were the words, "You broke my heart and I will destroy everything." Below it was a name, Reynold. Reynold was Marlin's co-worker who had suddenly resigned and disappeared around Christmas a year ago. He liked Marlin deeply. When she once complimented his brown curly hair, the very next day he proposed to her with a love letter and a ring during Secret Santa. Marlin had rejected him outright. After that day, Reynold never returned to the office. Reading his name, Marlin's hands began to shake. She finally understood. Every gift, every box, the creepy Santa decoration, the bracelet, everything was done by Reynold. But how? Suddenly, a cold gust of wind filled the room, with the stench of rotting flesh. Marlin felt someone breathing near her ear. She slowly turned. Reynold was standing in front of her Christmas tree, wearing the Santa decoration costume, surrounded by all the burned gift boxes. He looked horrifying, as if he hadn't bathed for years. His body was decaying, and Marlin's name was carved all over him. He slowly moved toward her, saying her final gift was still left. Marlin panicked and struck his head with a vase, but it passed straight through him. Her soul trembled. She realized Reynold had killed himself for love and had now come to take her with him. Before she could do anything, Reynold moved closer. Marlin screamed. Hearing her screams, neighbors gathered and broke open the door with the police. Inside, Marlin's body lay on the sofa, eyes completely black, body cold. The room looked normal with no signs of forced entry. Except in the corner, there was a broken Christmas tree with a small, old, torn Santa doll smiling. Under the tree were many black gift boxes with one message written on them. Merry Christmas from Marlin and Reynold. During the investigation, police discovered another body buried in Marlin's garden, buried 10 to 12 days earlier. The shocking truth? It was Reynold's body. He had buried himself alive in Marlin's garden. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.